pointed on an extended rest because of the off days and then the Mets series. He hasn't pitched in 9 days, but we'll see how that works out. Soft in, soft out. Does not throw hard at all. Fastball in the mid-80s, but soft contact. Best in the American League. Only 83.3 miles an hour off the bat off of him, and hoping for 5. Last couple starts, obviously not blown up to be a starter. Took him a little bit, but his last outing in Sacramento, 5 innings, 2 runs and a win.
All right, let's take a look at the Yankee defense. You've got Dominquez in left, Trent Grisham in center, Cody Bellinger over in right. Now in the infield is Bibas, Volpe, LeMahieu, and Rice. That's third to first. Austin Wells behind the plate. Aaron Judge is the DH tonight. And Ryan Yarbrough, who we have detailed, is on the mound to start the second game of this 3-game set. Rangers are 25-24, and the Yankees are 28-19. That's a high watermark for them. 9 games over 500 in the early going. Well, Yankees won last night, and they'll try to make it a couple in a row against the Rangers. Haggerty's ready. Yarbrough's ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is a strike. We're underway. The crew chief, Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire. Lance Barrett at first, Brock Ballou at second, and Carlos Torres is over at third. One and one. Yesterday, the Rangers scored just 2 runs, the 22nd time that Texas has scored 2 or fewer runs this year. The offense has really struggled all season. That one's popped up. Who's going to get it? Here comes Rice, and he slides to make the play. 1 down. All right, Paul, time to work. It's time for the keys to the game. What do you have?
Well, good times. I mean, it's a good time to face the Texas Rangers. Their offense really struggling. 26 in all of baseball at scoring runs. Yankee Utes. Yeah, Michael, I said Utes. The young guys are really coming through. Rice, Dominguez, Warren, Volpe, everybody's chipping in a marquee matchup. You got DeGrom with Aaron Judge walking into the box here soon. That's a fun matchup to watch tonight.
There's Wyatt Langford. And a breaking ball dropped in there for a strike. 69 miles an hour. You know, Rangers didn't score until the 9th inning last night. Shut down on another beautiful outing by Will Warren. Warren, his last 3 games pitching to a 1.50 ERA. He had career-high 10 strikeouts last night. But as we mentioned, those 2 runs in the 9th inning, that's all they had. 22nd time, 2 runs or fewer. And the only team with more games of that ilk, the Rockies, who really hit the skids. 24 such games, 2 runs or fewer.
You think they're out of it at this point, Michael?
I think they might be.
Yeah. Starting to feel like there's a little panic there.
Well, they've already fired the manager.
Yeah, well.
Who they loved. Been there a long time, Bud Black. 3-1 on Langford. There's a strike. Well, let's see what the home plate umpire is all about. He is hitter friendly. He's in his 27th big league season. He's the crew chief. He calls fewer high strikes and fewer inside strikes. Chop towards second. LeMahieu. 2 down. And that brings up Josh Young. One of the hotter hitters for the Rangers. 16 for 47 his last 13 games, a .340 average. 5 homers and 10 ribbies over that stretch.
And usually when a team goes through, the complete team goes through struggles, you need 1 or 2 guys that everybody can look at and you know, just get a different feeling. Young is one of those guys right now. Langford and Young both still swinging the bat okay.
And a strike, 0-1. A good changeup, moving down and away, and the count 0-2 on Young. Swing and a miss. Another change and a strong first inning for Ryan Yarbrough as the Rangers go down in order and the Yankees are coming back.
So 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Oh, I forgot my keys.
There he is, Jacob deGrom. Too many seasons missed because you love to watch him pitch. He is that good. A couple of Tommy John surgeries, some shoulder problems, but he's back. And he's sporting a 4-1 record. Let's take a look at the Yankees lineup that he's going to face. Trent Grisham in center, Ben Rice at first, Aaron Judge will DH. Cleaning up, red-hot right fielder Cody Bellinger, Jason Dominquez in left, Anthony Volpe plays shortstop and bats sixth. Batting seventh and catching, Austin Wells. DJ LeMahieu at second base will bat eighth, and batting ninth and playing third base, it's your B-Boss. Told you Ryan Yarbrough on the mound for the Yanks. So DeGrom, this is 10th start, 4-1, 2.29 ERA. And let's take a look at the pitcher scatter report on the veteran right-hander.
Well, you said it, Michael. Finally healthy. So far, so good after a lot of injuries, including those two Tommy Johns that you mentioned. And only 97? Yeah, only 97. There were days where he threw 99 to 100, but still can run it up there. Still amazing pitcher and truly elite. When you look at what he's done, a couple Cy Youngs and a career ERA of 2.51. Not a lot of people can say that.
Coming off a great game Thursday against the Astros, he outdueled Hunter Brown, won the game 1-0 with 8 shutout innings. The only run came on Jake Berger's home run in the 6th inning. And the Rangers manager, Bruce Bochy, said, "I enjoy watching him. I'm a fan, too." You know, the Rangers knew about his injury history, and they still signed him to a 5-year, $185 million deal. This is the 3rd season of that deal. One and two on Trent Grisham. Couple of hits last night for Grisham. Rangers defense, Langford, Haggerty, and Garcia. That's left to right. Infield is Young, Smith, Simeon, and Berger, third to first. Higashioka, the DH. Jonah Heim behind the plate. Swing and a miss at the change. 91-mile-an-hour changeup. 1 out.
Well, you'll see his spots and everything's low. He loves down and in to lefties and then to mix that changeup in. But you're going to watch a lot of sliders and a lot of fastballs, particularly to right-handers on the outside part of the plate.
Ben Rice hitting .259 overall. He hits lefties well against right-handers, a .278 hitter with a .946 OPS, and he has 16 extra base hits against righty pitching. Well, last night, well, it was against a lefty.
Yeah, a little hanging breaking ball ended up hanging in the second deck. Got the Yankees on the board.
Ground ball, backhanded by Berger, and he flips to DeGrom. Out number 2. There's Aaron Judge. You know, they always say for a pitcher, the most important pitch is strike 1. Because you really make a hitter more defensive at 0-1 than 1-0. And I got to tell you, Paul, looking it up, for some reason, Aaron Judge is the anomaly. When he's up in the count 1-0, he hits 362. When he's down in the count 0-1, he hits 361. No impact.
Yeah, I mean, as he sees pitches, I think he's become such a smart hitter at knowing what, location, what to look for, what not to swing at. And another thing, as you become, accustomed to hitting behind in the count, you don't panic like you did when you were young.
One and two, now 2-1. Well, the forecast for today was it was supposed to rain a lot. It has not rained that much, and right now it's not raining at all.
There's that slider, and that stays up a little bit, but still, location-wise, right on the outside corner.
So 2-2 on Judge. DeGrom, a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Judge, a 2-time MVP. And the count is full. Bellinger on deck. And Judge works a walk against DeGrom.
We talked about him wanting to throw the ball low and away. This one just off the plate. Another walk for Aaron Judge.
So here's Bellinger. A career-long 14-game hitting streak. He's hitting 368 during the streak. And a strike.
You know, a lot of the lineups, Michael, are intended to make pitchers kind of change and go both sides of the plate. And you're going to notice DeGrom still stays down and into lefties a lot and down and away to righties a lot. He just likes that lane. I see that ball was supposed to be away, but he's so accustomed to throwing the ball down on that inside part of the plate. That's his strength.
He works from the extreme first base side of the rubber. One and two.
Second good changeup. He's thrown to a lefty.
Hit shortly, it's a base hit. A 15-game hitting streak for Bellinger. Judge stops at second. Yankees first and second, 2 outs here on the bottom of the first.
You know, sometimes when you're facing the elite pitchers, you don't think about overswinging. You watch this ball right there, and just a short little swing, put it in play, and he found a hole. Good piece of hitting by Bellinger.
Judge at second, Bellinger's at first. Dominquez at the plate. One and 0. Dominquez hitting .286 over his last 10 games. .409 on base percentage during that time. Runners lead. DeGrom in early trouble. 3-0. DeGrom's 36 years old. He'll be 37 on June 19th. 12th big league season. Turned him loose on 3-0 and he fouled it away.
Had a good swing. That was really the first ball elevated by DeGrom up in the zone to a lefty.
Won the Rookie of the Year in 2014. Paul told you about the back-to-back Cy Youngs. Career ERA of 2.51. Second in the major leagues since 1920.
Short little slider. We've seen a lot in the slow motion on the rotation. That's kind of the old school slider where there's just a dot on it. Very hard to pick up as a hitter.
Swing and a miss. There's that slider. And that'll do it as he pitches into and out of trouble. No runs a hit. 2 men left on base. We'll go to the second. It's 0-0 on Prime.
A great coach sees the whole field and is there to give advice and support. At New York Life, we know the power of having someone by your side. That's why we're proud to be the official financial guidance partner of Major League Baseball.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, and getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Oh, Tony! Inevitable! And the Tigers have come all the way back. Francisco Lindor walks it off for the Mets. It is out of here! Twins win! Twins win! Adolis Garcia with a walk-off home run!
We got a Code Red, and it's ridiculously refreshing. With a punch of cherry flavor, 0 sugar, and 5% alcohol. New Hard Mountain Dew Code Red. Grab one today.
On a distant world, you faced the enemy. And all the while, you were vacuuming. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
We put first responders first. That's why the government chose
.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Yankees gear. We go to the second. Garcia leads off. I never do this, Paul, but you've got juice here. Yeah. I think you got to make a phone call and get some sweatshirts up here because it is freezing.
You're a little chilly.
I think I see Frank Gifford out on the field.
Yeah. No. It's been one of those April and Mays for us, Michael.
Wow. We put away the heater. We had to unearth it. We have hand warmers today.
I'm busted in the closet trying to find the heater. Audrey, where's the heater?
And then you left your sweater in the car. Not good.
Things happen like that sometimes. Mike, you know what? My mind can only go on a couple things. There's a parking for you. They probably did a quick turnaround in the gift shop. Took all the way the T-shirts,
yeah,
tank top. And
you're right.
Filled it up with jackets.
Woo. 2-2. Now, the reason that games have to be played in this cold weather and inclement weather, with the balanced schedule, the Texas Rangers come in once. Mm-hmm. There's really no real easy lane to make up games. And you know, you worry about tomorrow as Garcia goes down looking, and tomorrow has a really bad forecast as well, but they're going to try to get it in. You just have to.
Well, I know one thing is you look at this good changeup, side spin going down and away. Garcia takes it, but yeah, it was supposed to pour down rain. It really didn't. Now tomorrow, I think it's supposed to get windy and cold too, so dress appropriately, Michael.
All right. There's Marcus Semien. Speaking of cold, he's been cold. Last 13 games, 6 for 45, 133. You know, talking to a couple of Ranger people, Paul, they just don't understand it. They don't understand the offense being this stagnant.
Yeah, I mean, you can understand a veteran player getting off to a bad start, but, you know, you get to the middle of May, that's more than just the start. I mean, it's been going on since day one, and we went over his stats last night. I mean, he's hit 41 home runs for the Blue Jays and, you know, had signed a huge deal. He's done great things since Texas. You do see kind of a downtrend, but still not all the way down to 175.
1-2 on Semien. And that one's tipped into the glove of Wells. 3 strikeouts in a row for Yarbrough.
That's a good sign. I mean, Warren got off to a great start last night. Yarbrough today, I mean, with the changeup and then the fastball up in the strike zone past Semien. Little of that sidearm, kind of an awkward way to pick up the ball.
Here's Jonah Heim. 0-1.
Now you see that cutter, and we talked about not overpowering. I mean, that's 84, and you know his fastball 86, 87. So he's not going to overpower you, but you know he's got movement. He's got a very good changeup. He's not afraid to throw strikes. You know, last night you asked me, Michael, about what's below hitting speed. Maybe Yarbrough's just a tick below hitting speed.
Maybe, yeah. That one is looped into right field. It's going to dunk in front of Bellinger for base hit. Broken bat single for Heim.
You see Heim just holding those hands. Those are what you do not want to do on a cold night. Those fingers will be ringing all the way to the 5th inning. I mean, off the end of the bat on a cold night is miserable stuff. You know, it would have been worse if it would have been caught, but this is a changeup, and just watch right off the end of the bat. It doesn't take long for that vibration to get down into your fingers as you're running down the first base. Still holding them over there. Ouch. You know, you coast in for a single, and then you realize that your hands are just buzzing.
Trying to get feeling back. Berger takes outside. You know, it's funny you mentioned, you know, the old line, the Yogi Berra line. It's getting late early. You know, the Rangers company line is, well, you know, these guys will turn it around. Well, you know, you're 40 some odd games in. You're 25% of the season over.
Right, and if you do look at the standings, I mean, they're right in the thick of things out there. So it's not like they're, you know, they dug a huge hole in the division. Bruce Bochy's been through a lot in his 26, 28 years as being a manager. So, you know, he's seen it all. But, you know, sometimes even that you kind of scratch your head because they're veteran players. They're not a lot of young guys that, you know, really don't have a baseball card to look at the back of. I mentioned Bruce Bochy, 28 years as a manager, huh?
Snap throw to first. Diving back is Heim. There's Bruce Bochy. 3 world championships with the Giants, then sat out a couple of seasons, came back, and managed the Rangers to a championship. So he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah. He just passed Sparky Anderson. You see the 2196 at the bottom. He just passed Sparky Anderson on the wins list.
They turned him loose on 3-0, and he fouled it back.
Now you think I'm kidding. Heim is still holding his hands on first base. I mean, it rings for innings and innings.
Ground ball, Volpe. And he'll get the force, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and one man left. We'll go to the bottom of the second. NBA is back. Don't miss Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever's season debut on Prime Video as they take on the Atlanta Dream tomorrow at 7:30 on Prime.
I remember the day that she came up to the booth. She was at the ballpark. And, when she walked away, I thoroughly impressed. Just said everything right, acted right. And, boy, when you see the highlights, that's kind of a different game. Huh?
She can play. So DeGrom finishing his warm-ups. He's still looking at his hand. Did you see that?
Yes.
Wow. You lose feeling, or is it just
it just
hurts?
you lose feeling, and it initially it just rings and buzzes and hurts, and then all of a sudden you realize that I have no feeling at the end of my fingers here, and it does take a while.
Now, I don't know if he's trying to deke the Yankees, but if Volpe gets on, you got to steal. I mean, he catches 12% of base runners with a good hand, and now the trainer's going to come out and look at him.
You look at the end of those the fingers; they're white, and you know what? So my fingers look like when I get out of the cold plunge. You just have no feeling in them.
And you can see that throw that he threw to second and went to center field.
We got some hand warmers up here. Maybe we could send some down.
I don't know if that would work on that.
How about a little hot water? Huh?
Wow. He couldn't take care of it because he was on base until the end of the inning. And he threw it away from DeGrom again.
Like I said, it even hurt worse if that ball would have been caught. But, all joking aside, it's a real thing off the end of the bat.
He just can't throw the ball right now. They might have to take him out of the game.
Yeah, you wonder how much time you're allowed. I don't know if is that in the rule book? How much time to get your hands warm?
Well, I mean, DeGrom is not loving this, and the backup catcher Higashioka is the DH. Now they do have a Tucker Barnhart, so they would probably go to Tucker, but that would leave them without a backup catcher. And it looks like Heim is leaving the game.
Wow.
Yeah, there's Barnhart. He's got the equipment on.
Michael, we see things here all the time that we've never seen before.
Amazing. And you called it right when he hit the ball.
Ball off the bat. You lose your fingers. And all joking aside, I mean, he cannot hold the ball right now. You lose feeling at the end of your hand.
And on top of that, he's one of their best hitters right now.
Yeah, he had a great night last night. And the funny thing is you know, he's going to get in there in about the third inning. It'll all go away, and then you're out of the game.
And it all was because of this on a cold night. Ball off the end of the bat, broken bat. He gets himself a single, but this is more than he bargained for.
Yeah, like that's a painful single.
Well, now they're flying without a net, without, you know, backup catcher, because Barnhart's in there and Higashioka's the DH. Obviously, you know, God forbid something happens to Barnhart, and then Higashioka does become the catcher, but then the pitcher has to hit.
Flying without a net, that's not a good thing. Huh?
No, it's not. Now, that's one pitcher that would not mind having to hit, because Jacob deGrom could hit, and he was one of the people that did not like the universal DH when it hit the National League. Well, if we hear anything about Heim, we'll certainly get it to you. See, it's starting to drizzle here at the stadium. Volpe hits one to center field. Haggerty can't make the play. Volpe rounding second. He's going to go to third. And the throw comes in. It's a inning-opening triple for Anthony Volpe.
Well, Haggerty made some really good plays in center field yesterday. And, I don't know, this ball, it was affected by the wind or whatever, but he kind of got mixed up on his steps. And then as a center field, once you dive, there's nobody behind you. Ball hit pretty hard from Anthony Volpe. All he can do is hope. And then once that hits the ground, it's an easy triple with his speed.
So here's Austin Wells. Rangers play the infield back. They'll give up a run to get the out.
It looks like the ball kind of took off on him, and then again, you know, you're all fully out there trying to make the play, and there's no backup behind you in center field.
So 0-2 on Wells. This is how close. Just out of reach.
Right off the end of the glove.
Now they bring the infield in with 2 strikes. You know, you mentioned this yesterday. It's almost like Bochy has to manage differently because the team can't score. You can't just cavalierly give up a run. It's a big deal.
Yeah, with 2 strikes now, the pressure's on Austin Wells, and so he's brought the infield in.
Strike 3, and Wells knew it. Third strikeout for DeGrom.
DeGrom again trying to go away, and you see that he is so accustomed to bringing the ball in. It ends up on the inner half, but still at 98. Austin Wells have seen some sliders in that at bat. Makes it tough to pull the trigger and catch up to that. And they'll leave the infield in completely in this at bat for DJ LeMahieu.
So LeMahieu is pretty much settled in, playing second base pretty much every game. So the right-handed Volpe got the second extra base hit against DeGrom this year. There's grounded to Simeon. Coming home is Volpe. No throw. They'll make it to first. So an RBI ground out for LeMahieu. And the Yankees lead 1-0. It just got past DeGrom, and that got the Yankees a run.
Well, DJ LeMahieu put it in play, and you've got good speed. You see Anthony Volpe going on contact, even with the infield in, and that's why you do that. You kind of steal a run.
Here is Yorbi Abibas. (2-0) on Bibas. You know, in the Sunday night game against the Mets, Bebos had one of the great at-bats you'll ever see against Ryan Stanek. He went down 0-2, looked overmatched, and then had a 13-pitch at-bat that resulted in a ground ball to Alonso, who threw it away and allowed the Yankee run to score. Paul, it reminded me just a little bit, obviously with less on the line, of your bat against Benitez in the World Series, where you were just hoping to make contact. This kid just kept fouling pitches off.
Yeah, that last pitch is the pitch that I think is going to give him some problem. High, hard, with that little motion back. It's going to make it very hard to catch up to that ball, especially from Jacob deGrom.
Another W for Dave. First courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look.
Huh.
It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute. What time is it?
It's Game Time!
Are you buying a car on your phone?
Yeah, I'm already pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan.
I better teach her about down payments.
I only put in a low down payment, but look at all these cars.
But she's got to test drive it.
And I get up to 7 days to try it out.
Well, that's nice. I can still help. Think.
Mom?
Yes, dear?
Could you give me a ride to the Carvana vending machine?
Of course, my love. Cars come in vending machines now?
Finance and buy your car on Carvana today.
Sometimes, you could have done better. Same goes for where you invest. Level up and invest smarter with Schwab.
Brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture is of Madison from Parrish, Florida, who loves collecting autographs every spring training in Tampa. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post your pictures to social media to reflect your love for the Yankees, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Higashioka, who got a tribute video for the Yankees between innings last night. A nice hand from the crowd. He's leading off here in the third. Former 7th-round Yankee pick in 2008. Always had power, and he drives one to left field. And Dominquez will put it away. 7 seasons with the Yankees. Last year, a good year with the Padres, 17 home runs. And he signed a 2-year, $13.5 million deal with Texas. There's Josh Smith, the shortstop, 1 hit in his last 16 at-bats. And he swings out from under his helmet, 0-1.
Mike, I was just reading about deGrom, who he made his first major league start against the Yankees.
Yeah, I remember that.
In Citi Field.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a hit his first at bat, which broke an 0 for 64, which was the worst of all time from the Mets pitchers.
Wow.
So he could hit.
No, he was a very good hitter. That should be a hit. And all Yarbrough could do is pick it up.
Well, you think, why is his hands not ringing? Because this ball was cued. It didn't catch the bat square at the end of the bat, and that's why it's just like a pull cue. You just spin it right off the end of the bat. You couldn't have placed it any better. Look at the spin on that baseball. A lot of times, I mean, even as a fielder wants to pick it up, There's so much spin on the ball, you can't pick it up.
Back to the top of the order, and Haggerty. 0-1.
So I'm going to try to jar your memory.
Okay.
So I talked about DeGrom. He was his first major league start. Who did he face that day, who also, for the Yankees, was his first major league start?
I remember because it's a very Tony name. Chase Whitley, I think?
Chase Whitley. You're amazing. You are amazing. It trivia, that is.
I remember after that game, the next day, I was talking with my buddy Don LaGreca, who's a big Met fan. And I said, Don, this guy's going to be really, really good. You could just see the way he was pitching.
You talking about DeGrom?
DeGrom, yeah. And it was one of the first times I turned out to be right. Chase Whitley. The 0-2 upstairs. Swing and a miss. Good change. Haggerty down on strikes.
That's the equalizer right there. If you're not overpowering, you better have a good off-speed pitch, and he does. A great changeup. He gets that same side spin that most lefties do, which causes that ball to go down and away to right-handers for a swing and a miss.
Langford swings through a change. Two on Langford.
So you look at Yarbrough, is he grandfathered into the game? Because, you know, if you go scout him in high school with the new analytics.
He's not getting drafted.
Yeah, this guy throws 85, 86. Decent changeup, lefty. Amazing, right?
Runner goes. The throw to second. Stolen base for Smith.
Wow, great jump there. Kind of a two outs. You'll take a chance and just go on first movement on the lefty, but a good throw by Wells up the line. Just a little bit late.
Time run now in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the third, Yankees lead 1-0. Swing and a miss. Changeup. 5 strikeouts and 3 innings for Yarbrough.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Another W for Dave. Rose courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look.
Huh.
It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artists too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's game time!
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I gotta go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Food's here, but your phone's there. Get up now, and your train of thought will get off track faster than a roller coaster going downhill with two really big guys in the front.
It's a Mac. I can just mirror my phone from here.
Oh. Glad we learned something.
Look, at DeGrom's first start, we were just talking about it. The hair was longer, but the stuff was great.
Wow.
Even then, he knew how to pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, he had filthy stuff, but he knew how to pitch. Won 7 innings, 1 run. But the Yankees beat him 1-0 behind Whitley, Betances, Warren, and Robertson. That's Adam Warren. Now Will.
That's when DeGrom got used to losing 1-0 in Citi Field.
Top of the Yankee order, 1-1 count on Grisham.
Well, the changeup again has been really effective to the lefty hitters. He wears out that inside corner with the slider and the fastball, but then he gets that changeup to run away.
Two and two. And the pitch.
See, there's some tough guys right there. No coats, short sleeves.
It's Fleet Wheat. Yeah. Swing and a miss. Dialed it up to 98. Grisham down on strikes for the second time. 5th strikeout for DeGrom.
Right out of his hand. I mean, it's just perfect delivery, perfect just ride on the fastball, just by him. Saw a slider, saw a changeup, and then saw a fastball.
Ben Rice takes a strike, grounded out to first in the first. Judge is on deck. Swing and a miss. Good change. 2 away. That'll bring up Judge. First at bat. Here's how he attacked him on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
Well, it's Aaron Judge, so you're going to have to figure it's going to be hard stuff. Yep, early. And then he started with the sliders. Aaron Judge able to stay away from that. But I do remember once he got to 3-2, yeah, he missed with a slider. Was not going to challenge him.
The 1-0. Fouled the fastball back.
Well, that was 98, but that's the best swing you've seen all night from a Yankee hitter. Aaron Judge right on that pitch.
One and two. Still 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's 99, and you know what he's done here is he's back-to-back-to-back fastballs, and in a hitter's mind you just keep, oh, he's going to go back to his slider. DeGrom good enough to just back that pitch up.
Yeah, you look up at the board and Judge is hitting 403, and we talk about how incredibly hard it is to hit 400, probably more so than since Ted Williams did it in 1941. Williams faced 74 pitches that entire year. Judge has already faced 114 pitchers. And when Williams hit 406 in 1941, there were only 111 pitchers in the American League.
Yeah, you can dial in when you're facing a guy for 3 or 4 times in a game, which Aaron Judge never has that luxury.
And the guys that he's facing are coming in from the bullpen throwing 98, 99 miles an hour.
Yeah, the bullpens back then weren't that tight. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's when they called it the underbelly.
they were the guys that were getting ready to hang it up or just needed a little work. Just you got to the bullpen, you usually were going to win.
Okay. I mean, I remember, the great teams that you were on. You would do damage against a starter, work the count all the time. This was like 98, and he'd be out after 5 innings. All of a sudden, you'd get a bullpen guy come in, and that's when you would really just jump all over him.
Yeah, and then we had the bullpen to match their bullpen.
Yes.
And as soon as you got a lead late, then, you could rack up another win. And I truly believe that in Cincinnati, when I was there in 1990, that kind of changed baseball. We had what they called the Nasty Boys, Norm Charlton, Randy Myers, Rob Dibble. And I think from then on, bullpens were set up.
High fly ball. Just got under it. Wynn takes it. Wow. And Simeon makes the play. So the Yankees go down in order. A grin from DeGrom, and we go to the 4th.
Another W for Dave. Rose courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look. Huh. It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's Game Time!
Heck of a way to kick off NASCAR on Prime. The Coke 600. Gonna be a good Memorial Day weekend. It's red, white, and blue. Never won by you. Crew chief's got to keep gas in the tank, Steve.
Green flag flying here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
All the veterans, those that are serving today, now is why we're here. Now's the time. Let's do it.
NASCAR, it's on Prime. Come on.
Stream the Coca-Cola 600 Sunday. And don't miss the new original series Earnhardt. It's on Prime.
Sometimes, you could have done better. Same goes for where you invest. Level up and invest smarter with Schwab.
Let's take a look at Judge and DeGrom at bat number 2.
That was a battle, too. And at the end of the battle, look at this. Aaron Judge looks in and says, yeah, I just missed you. And DeGrom said, yep, certainly did.
That was fun. Two great players going at each other.
That was a good battle. A lot of good pitches, a lot of good swings, foul balls, and Aaron Judge just missing one.
Here's Josh Young. A backdoor slow breaking ball, 69 miles an hour for a strike.
I'd say you go faster on the Deegan, but I was on the Deegan today, and you don't.
Not today. You're going to walk here faster. A change that's been such an effective pitch for him. 0-2.
Yeah, first pitch strikes. I mean, he's stayed ahead. He's thrown 10 out of 12 first pitch strikes, which really opens the door for that changeup off the plate, swing and a miss. Yarbrough's been really good so far.
You know, we talked yesterday about how well Will Warren pitched. And it shows you the value of veteran pitchers. So, listen, it's terrible if you're a baseball fan, particularly a Yankee fan, that you're not seeing one of the best pitchers in baseball, Garrett Cole, pitching this year. But he is contributing to the Yankees every day. It's like Will Warren said that when he's not doing his rehab work, then obviously Garrett Cole's going to talk with him and go through scenarios, and this is what you should do here, and try to get ahead and put people away without getting the count to 3-2. And I just found that so fascinating that there's young pitchers on the Yankees that they can go to Garrett Cole University all year this year, and he can still help the team win.
Yeah, because he's relevant, because he's done it recently. It's not like you're talking to somebody that's done it 20 years ago. You're talking about somebody that's gone through it at a level that he has, where when he says something, you believe it. And where there's nothing better than having a mixture of veterans and young people on a team because of that. The young players have the energy. The older players know how to play the game. And when you mix it all up, then you become a better team.
And also you have a guy in Cole who's very willing to give the knowledge. Like to pay it forward. He really, even when he's an active pitcher, he's really going over everything, every pitch, every scenario, every breakdown. And, there it is. There's class in Garrett Cole University.
And that guy next to him, Max Fried, is kind of in that same boat where he just knows how to pitch. And then you see Clark Schmidt in the middle, who's really turned it around and still learning. So, it's got the full gamut there.
Two and two on Garcia. Garcia struck out looking in the second. So the count full. And the Yankee lefty deals. Strike three. Garcia down looking. Strikeout number 6 for Yarbrough.
Well, you're seeing some hitters on the Texas side, and believe me, everybody that's ever played the game has been there at a certain point that are just defeated. I mean, just taking pitches right there, kind of in between. It gets in your mind. You don't trust your mechanics. You don't trust anything, and it just makes hitting that much harder.
Simeon fouls it back. He struck out in the second. One and one. Yankees run comes on a triple past a diving Haggerty off the bat of Volpe. And then a ground ball with a drawn-in infield off the bat of DJ LeMay, who scored Volpe. It's 1-0. Top of the fourth, 2 outs. Two and one on Simeon. Simeon 6 for his last 46. Did he go? Yes, he did, said Lance Barrett.
Yeah, well, he racked up the strikeouts last night, Michael. It was a year high for the Rangers. They had 14, and they're off to a good pace tonight, too.
Fly ball, Dominquez. And the Rangers go down in order 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees up 1-0.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Here at the stadium, enjoying a night on Prime. Yankees lead 1-0, bottom of the fourth inning. Cody Bellinger, who singled in the first inning, swings and misses at the first pitch from DeGrom. The single in the first inning extended Bellinger's career-long hitting streak to 15 straight. He's 22 for 58 during that streak, with 4 homers and 12 ribbies. High fly ball left field, Langford. One down. And here is Jason Dominguez. Struck out in the first inning. Working the count to 3-0. Then got a green light, fouled it back. And then got 2 sliders. He swung over the top and that left runners on first and second with 2 outs in the first against DeGrom. Sky to left field. Langford on the run toward the line, and he runs out of room. DeGrom has 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. That one is drilled to right center field. Giving chase is Haggerty. He is there, and in front of the track, he'll make the play for out number 2.
Yeah, that kind of has to do with the weather tonight, Michael. That ball looked like off the bat, looked like it was heading for the bullpen, and it just hung up and just kind of stopped. See where he hit it on the bat. Yeah, it looked like that ball had a chance. It just went absolutely nowhere.
One and 0. Pumped up, and then he gives the ball to a little girl.
See, Michael, the world's still a good place, you know.
You got to look for it, though.
Got to go out the bleachers.
Volpe grounds out to Simeon, and that'll do it as the Yankees go down in order 1-2-3. We're going to the 5th inning. You can read by that smile. Now she's got a baseball to go along with it.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Metaphorically, yeah.
Carnita.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh, wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Everything. Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back. Yes, chef!
This is so nice.
3% cash back on chicken.
Yes, chef!
3% cash back on risotto.
Yes, chef!
Where's my fish?
Here, chef!
Had a feeling you want to earn 3% cash back on dessert.
Sorry, chef!
What's in your wallet?
Experience finely tuned handling and stability in the new 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander. A world-class venue wherever your journey takes you.
On a distant world, darkness marched ever closer. In the hour of reckoning, you stood as one.
Berra's 100th birthday, and the Yankees have a special giveaway to help commemorate it. On Friday, June 6th, first 18,000 guests will receive a special Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead that recognizes his military service, courtesy of State Farm. Tickets going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com. Tucker Barnhart, his first at bat after Jonah Heim had to leave the game. He hurt his hand, getting a base hit. So the Dominquez ball that, you thought had a chance to go out, Paul, 105 miles an hour off the bat, 29-degree launch angle, pretty much ideal contact. The Major League batting average with those numbers is .899. And it's a home run 86% of the time.
Yeah, off the bat, that was given. It was a home run. But, cold weather, wind really affects the baseball.
There's a strike to Barnhart. Barnhart, 34 years old, his 12th big league season. Won 2 Gold Gloves with the Reds, Paul, in 2017 and 2020. He came up as a switch hitter, started batting exclusively left-handed in 2020, went back to switch hitting in 2022, but scrapped it again, and now he's lefty only. Did you ever try switch hitting?
I could not do anything left or right-handed. It's just, I was always jealous that some of my brothers could, and then obviously coming to the major leagues, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada, I couldn't imagine being able to do that. How much fun it'd be.
Do you also golf, lefty?
Yeah. Yep.
7th strikeout for Yarbrough.
You can't say enough the way he's throwing the ball. Obviously, he has control of all of his pitches and that sidearm delivery. That's why you don't see a lot of lefties in the lineup. Jonah Heim obviously went down after hitting that ball off the end of the bat. Lost feelings in his finger.
3-0.
How's your hand warmer doing, Michael? I think mine's running out of gas.
Yeah, mine's run out of juice. Yeah. There's a strike to Berger, 3-1. Wind's whipping up now. Going in toward home plate. There's a strike, 3-2. And the lefty deals. You think you'd have some trouble with a guy like Yarbrough because he's slinging it from the left side?
Yeah, it's not a fun at bat for a lefty. It takes a while, and you used to face lefties like this out of the bullpen where you would only see him one time, and it was that was kind of the way the bullpens were set up for specialty lefties. It's just a very strange place to pick up the ball.
Deep to left field, Dominquez back, tie game. A long home run for Berger, his 5th of the year.
Well, since Berger's been brought back, we talked about he was sent down to the minor leagues earlier in the year. He's been much better. The Marlins got him for power a few years ago to help them get to the playoffs. But one thing he can always do is drive the ball when he gets a good pitch to hit.
Want to know to Higashioka.
Just kind of a cutter right there, and it just kind of didn't quite continue in, and he pulled his hands in, put the barrel on it. The wind didn't affect that one.
Nope. You know, home runs are the only thing that the Rangers do that you'd say are about league average. You know, that's their 52nd home run. So coming in, they were tied for 13th in baseball, team home runs, but runs per game, batting average, on base percentage, slugging, 24th or lower in the league. Strike to Higashioka, 2-1. Yerry De Los Santos heating up. Three and one on the Rangers DH. Three and two. Kyle, one hit in his last 10 at bats. Flied out to left field in the 3rd. LeMahieu goes down to his right knee, straightens, and gets Higashioka for out number 2 here in the 5th. Here's Josh Smith. Cued an infield single. Left side of the infield. That was in the 3rd inning. Also stole second, but he was stranded there. Swings through a breaking ball. 0-1.
It's got to be weird. Some of the guys traded, like Higashioka, who's moved on, did well in San Diego, but then comes back to play in Yankee Stadium. Because when I was traded from the Reds, I never stepped foot in Red Stadium again. Everything was always new. But to go back, you've got to be flooded with memories of, when you used to play here, the guys you played with.
Strike three. Smith down looking. 8th strikeout in 5 innings for Yarborough. We're halfway through. It's 1-1.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Hard Mountain Dew is one ridiculously refreshing beverage with 5% alcohol, 0 sugar, and 100 calories. Hard Mountain Dew. Try one today.
The stadium, DeGrom against Yarborough. Veteran left-hander doing the job against the Rangers, and Jacob DeGrom making it work against the Yankees. And in this matchup, great recognizes great. DeGrom against Judge, smiles knowingly. And Yarborough's just doing his job. 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Austin Wells leads off. And he swings through the curve, 0-1.
We haven't seen too many of those. He'll throw to left. He's been using that changeup, but he's basically fastball, slider, and then changeups against lefties. Now he's starting to throw some curveballs, too.
He allows that fastball. The funny part is he's throwing 98, and you know the word on DeGrom is he's not throwing as hard as he used to. Not that he can't. He's trying to keep it in control rather than going max out on every pitch, which might have led to all of those injuries. I mean, he threw sliders at such a speed that it's not normal, and the arm just didn't hold up. And he's got enough when he pitches, just holding a little bit back to still get people out and overpower like that.
Yeah, really pounded the high part of the strike zone in this at bat, and he's been down all night. And that's the thing, you know, great pitchers get a feeling what they need to do. Austin Wells, a very good low fastball hitter, down and in. So what do? You go up and away.
Here's LeMahieu. We get word of Paul that Jonah Heim, the catcher for the Rangers, left the game with a compressed nerve in his right hand. That one is lined to right field. On the run is Garcia. Oh, what a play! He took an extra base hit away from LeMahieu.
Well, I tell you what, DJ LeMahieu is not having the best of luck since he's been back up. I mean, this ball just hammered the other way. Garcia, not really known as a great outfielder, but a great play right there. Sometimes when you can't do it at the plate, you know what? Somehow, some way, I'm going to make a difference. If I could steal one from somebody else. Michael, that missed. I don't know. It almost looks a little white to it. Does it mean it's close to snow?
I don't think it's snow, Paul. We'd have breaking news if it was snow.
It wasn't too long ago. It was May 5th. I saw a set May 5th was the last time that a late snow in New York in 2020. How you like that? May 5th.
You just have that in your notes on the
somebody sent it to me, and I'm like, you know, it could be worse. Could be snowing. Yeah, I threw that. That was in the game notes today.
Nice.
You didn't read that page?
I missed that. I like to be surprised by the weather stuff. Two on your beat, Vivas. Off of DeGrom, scrambles after it, and gets Bebos for the final out. So the Yankees go down in order against DeGrom, and we'll go to the 6th inning, 1-1.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat. The solution? A drink that hydrates better than water and changed the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
You make it through security so fast, the agents applaud. Your travel itineraries are so well written, they're on the bestseller list. And you have access to lounges that don't officially exist. That's why you rent with National, where you can skip the counter and choose any vehicle on the Emerald Isle. Because travel isn't a competition, except that it is. And you're winning.
Baseball is built on rituals. Some cherished classics, some new traditions. From the field to the fans. Rituals are what make the game, the game. And through every pitch, every inning, every moment, Banana Boat has got you covered. Banana Boat Sunscreen, part of your game day ritual.
Time to name that Yankee. That's what we have here today. 270,
Got a lot of
138 hits, 187 home runs. Played for the Yankees from 92 to 95. So a teammate of yours, Paul, and again in 97. And with the Rangers before that. Stopped with the Red Sox, Blue Jays, Red Sox again. Long career.
It's a 5 right in the middle, huh?
Yeah. Jonathan Loaisiga takes over for Yarbrough, pitched very well. 8 strikeouts in 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Haggerty swings and misses.
And Michael, we have an update on Jonah Heim. He's got a compressed nerve in his right hand. So Paul called it as soon as that bat was broken. And Paul called it again. If that was caught, that would have been adding insult to injury. But
yeah, he might have 2 compressed nerves.
Right. I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to play Google MD. It could cause pain, numbness, tingling, and weakness. And we saw he couldn't throw the ball back to Jacob deGrom or down to second.
Hopefully he's okay for the long haul. So you went with Google rather than ChatGPT. Interesting choice.
I go with what I have. Not a doctor, but I play one on TV, apparently.
Very nice.
And you stayed at the Holiday Inn.
I've heard that before. It's not an original, you know that?
No, it's not.
Fly ball left center. Grisham comes on to make the play. You know who uses ChatGPT a lot?
Who's that?
Cone.
Coney?
Oh, my goodness. He loves it. He swears by it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Coney's sneaky good on the computer stuff.
Oh, he's really good. He loves all the analytics stuff. He's of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Langford. Well, the Yankee bullpen, even before Loaisiga, came off the IL, had been very effective. But now you're adding a piece that gives them Belo out of the bullpen. They've got guys that have swing and miss stuff, but they don't come out throwing hard. They have low velocity on their fastballs in comparison to other bullpens, but very effective. Now Loaisiga gives them a completely different look.
That's a broken bat on a foul ball. That just shows you the movement he has in.
Loaisiga is almost like a relief pitcher version of DeGrom. When healthy, there are a few better than this guy, and you know, he's had surgeries, he's missed big swaths of time, and here he is back and being dominant again.
Yeah, when you watch this play, you remember the other night Dominquez had a little kind of conversation with Bellinger because he got too close to him and it caused Bellinger to be flat-footed. You saw Grisham run in front of them, and you saw Dominguez really loop around him to give him room, which makes that center fielder know that he has the ball without any interference. So, you know, that little conversation he had with Cody Bellinger the other day probably came into play there.
The 0-2. Another broken bat. Loaisiga off the mound, fields and fires a fastball to Rice.
Yeah, this was the other day at Saturday. Remember, he would not get out of the way, and Cody Bellinger got caught flat-footed, and then they had a little conversation afterwards. And as a center fielder, you know, and as a veteran player, hey, you know what? If I call it, kind of get out of the way. And if you saw that play today, as soon as Grisham called that ball, Dominguez looped way behind him, which makes it much easier to make the play.
Pitsy Young is inside 1-0. Sixth inning, 1-1. Yankees and the Rangers. Two and 0. Two one. Popped up. Let's see if it stays in play for Rice. He's near the stands, and he runs out of room. The wind is going to play a role in this game at this point because it is whipping strong, and it's going to affect high fly balls. It is. It's going to take fly balls in that might be out. It might take balls foul that might be in the field of play. Right now, you could see it's going to be a factor. Young just got out of the way.
Well, that two-seam fastball, when it starts running, it just won't stop. And to a right-handed hitter, it just continues to come up after you. Very lucky that didn't catch his jersey.
Ground ball and past the diving Bebos into left field. A base hit for Josh Young.
We talked about Young being one of the hotter hitters, and this is just a good two-seam fastball hit hard. That's what you want, is a ground ball. But this one found a hole.
Now to bring up Adolis Garcia. He's glad to see Yarbrough out. struck out looking twice against him. But this is no picnic against Loizaga. 1-0. A steady mist falling here at Yankee Stadium. Rangers have 4 hits, Yankees just 2. Fouled away and out of play. You ever play a game with your face covered like that?
No, it bothered me. You know, obviously I wore turtlenecks and wool sleeves and stuff like that, but as far as the rest of the stuff, usually when you're moving around and running, you have a little adrenaline, you're okay when you're out on the field. It's the long innings, you know, if the pitcher starts to go in the long counts and you're just standing in the outfield, those are the ones that get a little chilly.
Tim Hill heating up. Three and 2, so that's going to release Young at first. 3-2, 2 outs. Marcus Simeon's on deck.
Look at the gap in left center field because you have Grisham.
Popped up on the right side. Rice, and the wind took that into the seats.
Yeah, you can see that ball off the bat was probably going to be played in foul territory. That ends up about 20 rows back. The wind really whipping and taking it. But back to my point, you got Grisham over in right center, and you've got Dominquez playing pretty much straight up. So dangerous spot out there in left center right now.
Young will go, but time is called by Garcia. Oh, that thing was moving.
Doesn't even know which way to go. Look, that little tail doesn't know where he's going.
Fouled away.
You know, he's beating Garcia on these fastballs, but Garcia is able to put the bat on the ball, continue to foul him off.
Continuing to battle, making Loizaga work. Top of the 6th inning, 1-1 game. Second game of this 3-game set. Yankees won last night, 5-2. There's a 9th pitch coming. Works a walk a little bit high. So runners on first and second and 2 outs.
I think Loizaga wanted that pitch. I mean, obviously he's down in the strike zone with that sinker, but this ball looked like it hit the box. Another 2-seam fastball just up in the strike zone. But because of the previous pitches, I think that that ball's clearly a strike, but you saw so many down in the strike zone. And he didn't get the strike 3 up in the strike zone.
Matt Blake and the translator Marlon Abreu out to talk with Loizaga. Simeon was 0 for 2 against Yarbrough. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Young's at second. Garcia is at first.
You know, you had 2 outs in the 9th inning last night when you read that.
That's our producer being a gambler.
Yeah.
If they didn't get those 2 runs, you would have been able to disseminate.
Whatever that means. I would have disseminated all the way home.
Pitch inside, trying to tie up Simeon.
No, speaking on my way home last, I just was thinking about the game, and I started laughing. I'm like, you know what? Michael Kay said that I had the same amount of points in a basketball game that I had on the SAT. That was pretty funny. A day later, that still caught me as pretty funny.
See, there's still a part of me, because I remember the Paul O'Neill, the player, that when a joke like that comes to my mind, I think about not saying it because I think you're going to punch me in the face.
Yeah, I'm really offended, man.
Ooh! Couldn't get out of the way, and that loads the bases. Wow. Scary.
Yeah, that two-seamer is just running in hard against righties. I don't know if he had a guard on that caught it, but it still hurt. Yeah, it looks like it caught the elbow guard.
Well, with Barnhart due up and Bochy locked into Barnhart as the last catcher, they're going to call on Tim Hill. So he gets the first 2 outs and a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Hill comes on to face Barnhart with the bases loaded and 2 outs in a 1-1 game. The 2025 TNF schedule is out now, and the season returns on September 11th with the Commanders at the Packers. Visit Amazon.com/TNF to see the full schedule. All right, so Tim Hill is on to face Tucker Barnhart. We mentioned that a couple of times in his career he did switch hit, but he's exclusively a lefty, and against left-handed pitching, Barnhart in his career is 176. Struck out looking in the 5th inning against the lefty Yarbrough. Bases loaded with Rangers. Hill deals a strike. Quickly 0-2.
Wow, he has really opened the plate up here. First ball down and away, that ball up and in. So basically the whole plate is open. Any way he wants to go after.
tell you, one of the things you notice about Hill, Paul, fearless on the mound.
Yeah.
He just pounds the strike zone, knows what he's doing out there, and just dares somebody to hit him. And he gets a tapper back to the mound. Tough angle, but he makes the play to get Barnhart to get out of a jam. No runs, a hit, no errors, and the bases are left loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth of a 1-1 game.
You're happy forging your own path, Aquarius, but lately you want some guidance on how to improve your game. Your family knows you the best, so reaching out to a baseball-loving relative could give you some creative ideas on pitching techniques. Their support will help you confidently get back on the field and win some games.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Another W for Dave. Rose courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look.
Huh.
It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute. What time is it?
It's Game Time!
It's all the same, business and baseball. The data gives you the framework in which to go out and compete. It's the hypotheticals. What happens if this happens? What if it's a line drive? What if it's a ball in the gap? You're doing all kinds of possibilities so that when it happens.
All right, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. We had the coverage cam on Jacob deGrom.
Well, if you've counted in him, he's not going to give up a lot, that's for sure. Good fastball, great changeup to the lefties, and a good slider. You know what we said, he's one of the truly elite pitchers in the game, and you've seen it tonight.
5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Now, he has been the victim of lack of support almost, it seems, throughout his career, where the Mets didn't score a lot for him. He hasn't pitched much for the Rangers because he's been hurt. But did offenses kind of fall into a lull when there was a great pitcher on the mound, Paul?
Yeah, it's really weird you say that because it just seems like some guys just pitch their best and they don't get run support. And then there's somebody that, you know, give up 4 runs in the first and win 10-4. It's just, I don't think that you relax. I think that you know, when Roger Clemens is on the mound and Andy Pettit and you know, David Cohn, that if you get them some runs, you're going to win. But I don't think you go into the game saying, hey, you know what? We really don't have to do much offensively tonight.
Because if you look at the career of one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Tom Seaver, he never got a lot of run support. He just didn't. I don't know if it lulls an offense into a false sense of security that they don't have to do that much. But you say that that's not the case because maybe you put pressure on yourself. Hey, we get 3-4 runs here. It's a win.
Yeah. I know one thing, when your ace and your best pitchers are on the mound, those are the nights that you really dig in because you know how important it is to win because you don't know, what's in between, before their next start.
Like a foul ball and blows into the field of play, and Young puts it away to retire Grisham. Right now, sitting here watching this game with the weather and the wind, it doesn't look like it's pleasant to play baseball at this point.
No, I mean, obviously it's not the ideal situations, but once you get out there and you start playing, and then now you're in the bottom of the 6th of a 1-1 game. I mean, your emotions, your adrenaline, how important every defensive play is, every at-bat is. So, I would think, and I always thought this, that the players are warmer than we are and warmer than the people sitting in the stands.
Well, that was his fastest pitch of the night, 99 miles an hour. And that was his 80th pitch. He's ready to go. Rice is trying to slow him down by stepping out. I would think that's got to be a little intimidating for a batter. This guy's, great, and he's on the mound ready to go.
Hated it. I hated, pitchers that look confident, that stared at you right down the middle of the plate, ready to go. You almost felt like they felt like they have you.
Mm-hmm.
And, it can be an intimidating thing.
1-2. And Rice goes down on strikes.
Come into this game, I knew he threw 99. I knew he had a great slider. I did not realize how good his changeup was, and it's all been against the lefties. That's how he gets something to go away from them, and I don't know that a lefty batter has even fouled one off tonight.
Here's Judge. Great at bat between these two in the 4th inning. But check that, the 3rd inning, and Judge hit one sky high, caught by Simeon in shallow right field. Worked the count to 3-2. He walked in the 1st. And Judge gave DeGrom that look as, I had that. I just missed it. And DeGrom gave a look like, I know. Grounded sharply, grabbed by Smith, and Judge retired. So 15 in a row retired by DeGrom. Jake Berger's going to lead off the 7th, and he hit a home run in the 5th. Let's take a look at the Spectrum exit velocity on that home run. Got through the wind, got into the seats. 110.4 miles per hour on that home run by Jake Berger.
It's funny though, Michael, that last ground ball that Aaron Judge hit, 112. Just didn't quite elevate it, right?
So it'll be the bottom 3rd of the Rangers order against Tim Hill, who came in to get Barnhart and strand the bases loaded in the 6th. That one is drilled out to right field. On the run, Bellinger, and that's going to make the seats. Just like that, the Rangers lead 2-1. Second home run for Berger.
Well, Berger waking up tonight. He jacked one to left and now one to right. And this is what you don't see much. Obviously, his ground ball rate almost 75%. And that ball's just up in the zone enough where he can elevate it.
Nagashioka takes a strike from Hill. Nice catch by a fan.
Wow.
Youngster brought his glove and it paid off. LeMahieu gets Higashioka. Jack Leiter appreciated Jake Berger's home run. This team needs offense, so those 2 home runs huge for the Rangers. And it's Berger's 6th career multi-home run game. Speaking of Jack, Al Leiter dropped by before the game. Said hello.
Always
good to see him.
High energy. When the booth just woke up when he walked in.
That's Al. Ian Hamilton pitched in the 9th inning yesterday. He's warming up. One and 2 on Josh Smith. Smith reached on an infield single, stole a base in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th. Smith battling the left-hander Hill. Rangers have 2 righties on the bench, Kevin Pillar and Ezekiel Duran. And 1 left-hander remains, Jock Peterson. Just got a piece to stay alive. Swing and a miss. And Hill wins that battle. 2 down. And Boone going to take the ball from Hill and go to Hamilton after this strikeout. So Hamilton against Haggerty. When we get back, Rangers lead the Yankees 2-1 here in the 7th.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Jane. And I'm his mom.
Sometimes, you could have done better. Same goes for where you invest. Level up and invest smarter with Schwab.
Stream 5 exclusive Cup Series races, kicking off with one of the crown jewels of racing, the legendary Coca-Cola 600. Coverage begins Sunday at 5. It's only on Prime. Well, Hamilton will come on to face Haggerty. He allowed his first 2 extra base hits of the season last night, giving up 2 runs in that 9th inning, forcing the Yankees to go to Luke Weaver to get 1 out.
Michael, I just want to remind you, as you hold your hand warmer over there, swimming pool's open this weekend,
Yeah. Get the ice skates out.
Just don't forget.
Drilled deep to right field. There it goes. See ya. 3-1 Rangers into the second deck.
Boy, some home runs are not affected by the wind. Haggerty just hit one. It's his first home run of the season, and it was a bomb. This will be a 2-seamer, but you see that 2-seamer starts to leak back out over the plate right to where Haggerty can handle it, and there was no doubt about that one. Still bothers me, Michael, when I see that Parts Authority out there. You let me say Port Authority for like 20 years. You didn't correct me for like 20 years.
I don't correct my teammates.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Hey.
1-1.
I was feeling so New York, and talking about the Port Authority and all, knew all of everything. Finally, I took a second look, and I'm like, wow. That didn't quite fit out there.
It's Parts, not Port. There's a strike to Langford in the count 1-2. Langford calls time. No one warming at this point for the Rangers, so DeGrom's going to come out and pitch the bottom of the 7th. And he has a 2-run lead. Rangers up 3-1. This will be an adventure with the wind. Moving away, and it falls foul. LeMahieu had a beat on it, and the wind just kept taking it away.
Yeah, you knew Bellinger had no chance because the ball's not carrying it. It's going dead sideways. And DJ LeMahieu, you just can't outrun the ball in the wind. Thank goodness for him. It just landed foul.
Or foul. They're going to challenge that was a foul ball.
You would think that Bruce Bochy has a good angle from here. I don't know if you're going to see any white anything. I really can't tell.
The way the challenge system works now, if it's close, you take the challenge in the 7th inning, because after that you can ask the umpires to take a look even if you don't have a challenge.
Right.
I don't think they're overturning it.
I don't know. I mean, from these angles, you can't tell either way. The best view, obviously, is from the first base umpire. That was very.
He was right there.
Play.
And that's Lance Barrett. Barrett's right there. watching it. I'll tell you this, Paul, if it's called a fair ball, and Boone challenges it, same thing. It's not going to be overturned. I don't think there's enough there.
I think they're scrambling at Chelsea right now. They're trying to get a better angle. They can ask a bird or something flying over the stadium. You know, you just can't tell because, you know, with that, in the old days, we had chalk lines. You could see it. But that's painted on the grass.
After review, the call stands. It is a foul ball, and the count is 1-2.
See, we called that, Mike. Yeah. You're not going to overturn that. But you might as well use it, right?
Might as well use it. Like you don't want to end the game with a timeout.
That's right.
So 2-2 on Langford. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Rangers lead 3-1 over the Yanks.
Well, you look where DJ LeMahieu was playing and where that ball ended up. I mean, that's why that was a long run.
That one is rocketed to left field. It's a base hit. Dominquez plays and fires into Volpe, so a single for Langford.
Another two-seam fastball that just kind of ends up over the middle of the plate, right to the barrel, lined in the left field.
So here's Josh Young. One and 0. Three 7-0 for Texas. Just 2 hits for the Yankees and 1 run. One. One and 2 on Young. Just missed the outside corner. 2-2. Strike 3, Young down looking. But a couple of home runs here in the 7th inning. Broke a 1-1 tie. It's 3-1 Rangers at the end of 6.5. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, but we'll stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Air Force Staff Sergeant Larry Ropelt from Maspeth, New York, who served in the Vietnam War. The Yankees say thank you, Larry, for your sacrifice and service to our nation. And now, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Over the years, you've built equity in your home. And over the years, life happens. And through life's ups and downs and ups again, when you need money for some of life's necessities, now your home can pay you back. Let us show you how you can access $45,000 or more. Give us a call or visit us online at loandepot.com today.
I killed my plants.
Ah, bummer. What kind of plants?
Some kind of fern?
Try putting them in the shower. Steam
On it. Am I supposed to be in the shower with them?
Definitely not.
You cracked the case. And all the while, you were soaking in the bath. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen.
It's time for the 7th inning recap brought to you by Inspire. 3 runs on 7 hits for Texas. They have 3 home runs for the 3 runs. Yankees 1-2-0. DeGrom has been outstanding. Just a walk and 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. Berger with 2 home runs. Ryan Yarbrough pitched very well for the Yanks. And Anthony Volpe tripled and scored the Yankees' only run. DeGrom still in there. Last 4 starts, 4-0, trying to make it 5-0 in 5 starts. Bellinger leads off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 86 pitches for DeGrom. Pitch inside, 1-0.
Yeah, when you really break down what DeGrom has done, he had 24 pitches in the first inning, 56 through 3 innings, and then he went 9 up and 9 down and only used 30 pitches. That's why he's still in there now.
Well, since the triple of Volpe, 15 in a row retired. Bellinger has one of the 2 Yankee hits, his single in the first, and then the triple by Volpe. That's it. Dominguez on deck. Bellinger, Dominguez, and Volpe here in the 7th inning against DeGrom. Garcia back. Oh, Garcia. Home run Bellinger. The Yankees pull to within 1.
Well, we talked about Bellinger and how he's continually starting to really improve his year offensively these last couple weeks. Another great swing right there. You saw DeGrom's shake off a couple pitches, and he went right back to the fastball. Bellinger ready for it. Bomb to right field.
He has been red hot. Here's Dominguez. 3-2 Rangers. And a strike. Out of the way. And we talk about the wind, Paul. Some of these home runs can't be affected by the wind.
Yeah, that ball right there, just a fastball right there. You see Cody Bellinger after contact just kind of close his eyes. And I was talking the other night, when you hit one like that, as soon as it hits the bat, you know where it's headed. You don't have to watch it. Just everything's in sync.
Home run of the year, 29th ribby. Grounded, third baseman Young. The throw gets Dominguez.
Again, earlier in the year, you would see him, his body beating the bat head. Now the body's staying back and the bat head's getting out in front, and he is really hitting the ball all over the place. You saw earlier in the game where he just kind of slapped one to left field. Well, that pitch right there, he got in the count looking for a fastball, a little bigger swing. A little bigger hit.
Pitch to Volpe. 1-0. Hobie Milner, one of the 3 lefties in the Rangers bullpen. He's warming. High fly ball, right field. Garcia back on the track. He has room and makes the play.
You saw a visiting pitcher in DeGrom watch that go all the way to the wall and just kind of holding his breath. You never know in Yankee Stadium, but tonight, Michael, you said some of these balls have been crushed, but every once in a while that ball right there will just continue to carry, but not tonight.
Austin Wells takes outside from DeGrom. So DeGrom at 98 pitches. Wells has had trouble tonight against DeGrom with 2 strikeouts. De Los Santos and Leiter. Two and one. Now 2-2. And the pitch. The foul ball. Got off to a slow start, but boy, he has picked it up. This is what the Yankees envisioned when they got him in the trade from the Cubs. He's just been on fire. Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Well, sometimes the catcher knows best. DeGrom didn't like the call. He shook it off. Shook it off again. He decided on that pitch. Bad call. Good swing. And the Yankees trail by 1 as we go to the 8th.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. Be my girl. Are you gonna be my girl?
Hard Mountain Dew is ridiculously refreshing with 5% alcohol, 0 sugar, and 100 calories.
You can't play me, rein me in, or try and tame me. It's time to push yourself first. Don't stop believing your worth. Let it rain on you. 'Cause you're fabulous. Hello, Moto.
Slides to his knees. Line drive. What a catch by Robert.
Time to name that Yankee. Here are the clues. Paul, a teammate of yours.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, too.
Mike Stanley.
Yeah, remember how excited the fans were when he came back to New York? He was well liked in the clubhouse. He could hit.
You know what else I remember? He was so beloved. People forget this. That they hated Joe Girardi when he came here because they didn't bring back Mike Stanley. But then Joe Girardi won him over. But Mike Stanley was part of that Yankee team that kind of turned the corner and became a competitive team and made the playoffs. Yerry De Los Santos takes over to start the 8th. There's a strike. Most home run amongst catchers for the Yankees. Elston Howard the most, and Gary Sanchez. Well, it started. Well, that I got to explain that graphic. One away. All right, so Elston Howard is 4th on the list because obviously Yogi leads. Then Gary Sanchez, Thurman Munson, Mike Stanley, and Matt Noakes.
Matt Noakes, there's a name from the past.
One away.
So,
and a strike to Simeon.
Before we got to number 4 on that list, Michael, we started with Yogi, Posada, and Bill Dickey.
Mm-hmm. Line to right field on the run. Bellinger looking at the plate on a hop. A base hit for Simeon. Well, DeGrom's game face is off, so that'll do it for him. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. So we'll see Garcia instead of Milner. They sat Milner down. And there's a strike to Barnhart. One and one. Keeping Simeon close. Yarborough started, went 5, then Loizaga, Hill, Hamilton, and now De Los Santos. Upstairs. Rangers have 8 hits. Yankees have 3. Rangers lead 3-2. We're at the top of the 8th. And down goes Barnhart. Out number 2.
Well, right after him with a 2-seamer, kind of tails away, but gets a swing and a miss for a the first out of the inning. Actually, the second out of the inning. You got Berger, who's hit 2 home runs. So be careful here.
Two Berger home runs in 3 at-bats. Home run. De Los Santos has a live arm. grounded foul outside of first.
Got to keep an eye on Simeon here. I know you want Berger to swing the bat, but you know, in the past, he's had 25 stolen bases a couple years, and this year only 2. But you know, only 2 because he hadn't been on base that much. He's only hit 175 coming into the game.
Oh, the entire Yankee defense thought that was strike 3. So did the crowd. But Marquez, who decides, said no. Let's see. Like a missed eyelash. Runner goes. Grounded and through for a base hit. Simeon will go to third as Dominquez flips the ball in. That was squeezed between Bibas and Volpe. So first and third with 2 men out.
Again, Michael, you said it. I mean, it's too hopper, but it just split that defense perfectly. A smart play by Dominquez, not chucking him to third. No chance. Going to keep Berger at first base.
Here comes Matt Blake. Well, they're sending up Jock Peterson to pinch hit for Higashioka. Matt is out there with the interpreter, Marlon Abreu. So the teams obviously think that lip readers only can read English because Marlon's not covering his mouth.
I noticed that. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I think you overthink things, Michael.
I mean, the highly advanced team should have Spanish language lip readers, and then, you know, you might have something there.
Right.
So Peterson, signed as a free agent during the offseason, really has struggled, as you see from those numbers. And he is pinch hitting for Higashioka.
Well, that was a big batter in the game. Obviously, with the Bellinger home run, you're right back in this at 3-2. You've got to try to get out of this inning, get the bats back in your offense hand.
We're in the 8th. Simeon at third, Berger's at first. 2-0 on the pinch hitter. Good changeup, way out in front, 2-1. So he goes changeup on 2-0. Runner goes. There'll be no throw. They will let Berger take second.
Well, it's a pretty smart play. I mean, you just got to trust your pitcher to get out of this. You know, in an errant throw, you're going to Simeon's going to walk home. And right, you're only 1 run down. Berger, not a speedster, but knowing that you're probably not going to throw through and take a chance.
So Peterson walks as the pinch hitter to load the bases for Josh Smith.
It's interesting. Nobody up in the Yankee bullpen here. Gio Santos in a mess here with 2 outs, bases loaded.
And that one is hit sharply to LeMahieu. He fields on the short hop and they get Smith. And De Los Santos breathes a sigh of relief. He works into and out of trouble as the Rangers leave the bases loaded.
love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with the big result. It starts with the yard work. Because the big moment is just one moment forged by 1,000 moments. Strauss in Major League Baseball. Gear up, go yard.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Jane. And I'm his mom.
Sometimes, you could have done better. Same goes for where you invest. Level up and invest smarter with Schwab.
Para los grandes. Para los chicos. Para los bajitos y los altos. Los pacifistas. Los valientes. Para los optimistas y los pesimistas. Los que valoran lo de adentro. Para los que están lejos. Los que no ven de lejos. Y los que no ven de cerca. Para los introvertidos y los extrovertidos, para los que piensan y los que hacen, para los que nos mostraron el camino. Coca-Cola. Para todos.
Well, fans of the Gotham Sports app is your new home for streaming live Yankees games on Yes, free with your eligible TV plan, or visit gothamsports.tv to subscribe today and get streaming. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees down by 1. And Robert Garcia, the new pitcher for the Rangers, as Jacob deGrom gives them 7 innings of 3-hit, 2-run baseball. LeMahieu leads off against Garcia, who starts him off with a strike.
Well, last time up, LeMahieu rocketed one to right field. Garcia, all-out dive, took it away from him. He's had some good at-bats since he's been back, and you just hope they continue and he can stay healthy.
Garcia, 28 years old, 3rd big league season. Got him in a trade with Washington for Nathaniel Lowe. 4-seamer, slider, changeup. Throws them all equally. And there's strike 3.
Kind of a crossfire, and he's just hit the inside corner. DJ LeMahieu just hoping that it's in off the plate, right on the corner.
So Paul Goldschmidt is going to pinch hit for Bebas. Interesting stat. Goldschmidt all of last year had a WAR, wins above replacement of 1.3. He's got a 1.3 WAR now, here with another week to go in May. So he's matched last year's production. And he was set out to proving that, last year was the aberration. It wasn't because he was 36, he's 37 now. He just had a bad year, but he had a good 2 final months that convinced him that he found something. Yankees down 3-2. Let's see if they green light him on 3-0. They do. Fouls it away. And there's ball 4, so a pinch hit walk for Goldschmidt.
Well, by that walk, all of a sudden you're one swing away from taking the lead, and that's what the Yankees are looking for here. Lefty on lefty. Grisham, Ben Rice coming up next. We've got a couple lefties before you get to Aaron Judge.
So you stack the lefties up top against the righty DeGrom, and now you're going to pay the price just a bit. The right-handed hitters on the Yankee bench, Peraza, who's going to have to come in and play third, or Reyes, who could play third. Those are the righties that are left, and the lefty, J.C. Escara. One and one. Garcia allowed his first homer of the year on Sunday. Isaac Paredes had a game winner against him. 1-1 count on Grisham. 2-1. The 2-1. 3-1 on Grisham.
Really zero in on the location here. Now if you're Grisham at 3-1 and take one shot, look for something inner half, something that you can put out of the ballpark.
He tried, fouled it off. 3-2. Saw Luke Jackson warming for the Rangers. Luke Weaver getting ready for the Yanks. And he walked him. Good at bat for Grisham. Now the Yankees move the tying run into scoring position. And here comes Mike Maddox, the pitching coach.
All right, Michael, 50-50. Is he going to rub his shoulder? I think so.
Oh, that's great odds. I'll take those. Now that's all part of the coaching.
Thinks it's a day game too with the sunglasses.
Let's see.
1, 2. Come on.
There you go. It's like the sun rising in the morning. Oh no! The second. Oh. It's not just a, it's a little rub too.
Yeah, you get the back rub too. Just keep it loose.
Zimmer never did that with you, right?
No. If he would have done that to me, he would have hooked me up with that concrete guy in Cincinnati.
There's Ben Rice. Rice 0 for 3 against DeGrom. And a strike. Rice's OPS against left-handed pitching, 771. And for Major League Baseball, lefty against lefty OPS is 666. High fly ball. Right center. Catch is made by Haggerty. And the runners stay put. And that's going to bring up Judge. Will he face the lefty, or will they bring in Luke Jackson? Yeah, they're going to bring in Luke Jackson. So Bruce Bochy makes his way out to the mound. And it's going to be Jackson against Judge. With 2 outs here in the 8th inning. The tying run at second. The go-ahead run is at first. Judge goes back. He'll get a scouting report. Bochy takes the ball. Stay right where you are, Jackson, Judge, when we come back.
these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Pampers Swaddlers mantiene a tu bebé 3 veces más seco para que tu bebé se sienta cómodo y seco toda la noche. Pampers Swaddlers, seco toda la noche.
Sometimes, you know, you could have done better. Same goes for where you invest. Level up and invest smarter with Schwab.
All right, Luke Jackson comes on. 33-year-old right-hander. 10th big league season. 8 for 9 in save chances this year, but he did have a couple of blow-up games that have inflated his ERA to 5.14. Has not allowed an earned run in 15 of 18 games. Judge against Jackson, 2 for 2 in his career, 2 singles. 1-0. If you're wondering why they're not pinch running for Goldschmidt at second, they want to keep Goldschmidt in case he gets to the bat in the 9th inning. So Ben Rice will be the one who will be replaced by Peraza, kind of a double switch, where Goldschmidt will stay into play first, and then Peraza will play third. One and one.
That's an unexpected four-seam fastball right down the middle to Aaron Judge.
Strike 2, 1-2.
Yeah, this ball looked low. Again, this is the pitch that you always saw called against Aaron Judge. I mean, he's not your typical 6'2" guy.
The 1-2. That's a base hit to left field. Goldschmidt rounds third. They're waving him home. The throw from Langford is cut off. Goldschmidt scores. Tagged out is Grisham. It's an RBI single by Judge, and the Yankees have tied the game at 3.
Well, this is why you do that. You keep the runners in motion because there could possibly be a play at the plate, but a huge hit by Aaron Judge going to the top of the 9th.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler's been tasted, selected, and perfected to be everything it should be. A premium whiskey that speaks for itself. Traveler's made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey. Easy to drink, hard not to love.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
I remember those biochem notes. It was 15 semesters ago to this very night.
How old are you?
Dozens of pages of incoherent ramblings. I'd hoped to finish by 2 a.m., but it was just...
Thanks.
So Judge with the big RBI single ties the game at 3.
Again, the ball was hit so hard. You're going to have a play at the plate. So as a runner, you're going to try to make them cut the ball, which you did. So you score the run, tie the game, because you never know. This looked like it was going to be a play at the plate. Goldschmidt was really just touching third base when that ball came up with it in left field.
They must not have that much respect for Langford's arm, because he was not even at third, and the ball was hit so hard, and it was in the glove of Langford, and still Luis Rojas waved him home. Now, a little curious here, Paul. They tied the game, and they keep De Los Santos in.
I was a little surprised that he got that last out with bases loaded, with nobody up in the bullpen, and then again, Weaver obviously would close the game, but yeah, to send him right back out after tying the game, we'll see.
And at home, after 8 innings, is not going to be a safe situation, so Weaver was up anyway, but they're staying with De Los Santos.
And, an inning before, he had Leiter up in the bullpen, too.
The line drive, base hit to left field by Haggerty. Unless he's trying to steal out so he doesn't have to use Weaver for all 3 outs. But now you've got yourself with the winning run or the go-ahead run at first base. So here's Langford. And you saw the signal from Boone, to talk. And what Wells did was he went behind the plate, and then when it was time to throw a pitch, he said, okay, now I'm going to go out and talk. So you're really giving Weaver a lot of time to warm up. Now here's the bullpen budget. The numbers you see are the amount of pitches they threw. So Luke Weaver threw 2 yesterday, and he threw 2 on Friday. So he has not been overused at all. It's just surprising they didn't have him start this inning. Devin Williams, I'm sure they'd like to stay away after 24 yesterday. Leiter threw 13, but he has only pitched once in 3 days, and we've already seen Hamilton. So now it is going to be Weaver, but Weaver has to come in with a guy on base rather than a clean inning. So De Los Santos flirted with disaster in the 8th inning, ended up leaving the bases loaded. He departs, now leaving a runner at first. Luke Weaver coming on.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Another W for Dave. Rose courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look. Huh. It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artists, too, even at the last minute. What time is it?
It's Game Time!
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay, just...
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no app.
Schedule brought to you by Dietz and Watson. One more game tomorrow against the Rangers. 12:35 start. Then the Yankees will head for their second West Coast swing of the month. 3 in Colorado, 3 in Anaheim. Then a day off, and then 3 in LA against the Dodgers. A little rematch, regular season rematch of last year's World Series. So Luke Weaver takes over. Sam Haggerty at first base with nobody out. He's thrown 4 pitches in the last 6 days, Weaver has.
Got 2 saves out of those 4 pitches.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Yep. 10 hits for the Rangers, but just 3 runs. Yankees have 4 hits and 3 runs. We're in the 9th inning. Center field. Grisham makes the play. Paul, we are high up behind home plate. That ball knuckled 3 ways as it went out to center field.
Yeah, you even saw Grisham kind of, he's even laughing about it right now. I mean, the wind is doing weird things with the baseball right now. You know, sometimes you can hit a ball so square that it kind of knuckles, but he was saying that ball, you know, it kind of took off on him, and which is strange the way the ball has been going in, you know, towards first base today.
By the way, Goldschmidt did stay in to play first base. And Peraza is now batting second, and he's playing third. A strike to Young.
All of a sudden, Marquez behind home plate. A lot of the questionable calls are all going the pitcher's way.
Just missed. And it did miss. Fly ball center field. Grisham. Out number 2.
Luke Weaver, 2 balls hit, but 2 quick outs, and that's what you want. You know, you're using him again. I don't know that you would use him in the bottom of the 9th if you need him. The top of the 9th, or top of the 10th, I'm sorry.
One 1-0 to Adolis Garcia. 0 for 3 with a walk. Foul back, 1-1.
Well, he got his money's worth there. Garcia not trying to hit a single to right, and a back legging him, and actually kind of slipped out of it.
Haggerty remains at first, held there by Goldschmidt.
Haggerty getting a large lead. Only 1 stolen base on the year.
And Weaver has a very quick right-hander's move. There he goes. The throw to second. Not in time. Guess the tag was a little high by LeMahieu.
You know, you've seen this a lot lately with Juan Soto here. Runners halfway there. I think they're going to challenge this. Looks like he's out, but I don't know.
New Yorkers challenging a safe call at second base.
I think he might be out.
Yeah, it looks like he's out.
Yeah. Ooh, boy, I don't know.
Really got to slow this one down because you don't know exactly when DJ touched him. Looked like right there, and it didn't look like the foot was quite to the bag at that point.
Well, let's put it this way. If this is overturned, it's a gutsy overturn.
Yeah.
I think he tagged him before the spike hit the bag.
I think Aaron Boone knows if it's close enough that it's very hard to overturn it. And you screaming, how do you miss that call? Because if he's called out, Michael, there's no way they would overturn it.
Right. Now, he can't argue with the people that are watching the replay, but he's just saying if you had called him out there, that would not have been overturned. But now there's a chance it still might not be overturned because it's so close. But I mean, if I was talking to Aaron, I go, well, you missed that call because it's a really tough call. It's really close. They're going to take a long look at this one.
Yeah, man, it looks like the foot. It looks like he's tagged before the foot actually hits second base. But
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is out. New York will retain their crown.
Took off. Weaver fires to LeMahieu, and that is the end of the inning.
Yeah,
well, the Yankees have a chance to win. Bottom of the ninth inning, the game is tied at 3. And here's who's coming up. The red-hot Cody Bellinger will start it off. Then the youngster, Jason Dominguez, and Anthony Volpe. Can they score? Can they walk it off? Stay tuned on Prime.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the little piggy cry wee, wee, wee all the way home?
Max. Maxwell!
Yeah?
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Oh, Tommy! Inevitable! And the Tigers have come all the way back. Francisco Lindor wants it all for the Mets. It is out of here! Twins win! Twins win! Adolis Garcia with a walk-off home run!
Experience finely tuned handling and stability in the new 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander. A world-class venue wherever your journey.
Bellinger will start off the bottom of the ninth. And the pitch by Jackson is low, 1-0. Yankees looking to walk it off. Last one, 2022. Giancarlo Stanton hit one out. There's a ground ball smothered by Berger. High toss, and they get Bellinger for the first out.
Berger knocks it down and then again kind of flips it high. Holds on to a long. Good job to come down with that and hit the bag by Luke Jackson.
So here is Dominguez. 1-0. Dominguez 0 for 3 tonight.
I think Marquez has had a little bit too much from the Yankee dugout, and there was a lot of screaming going on that hit him, but Dominguez didn't even question it. In between innings, Aaron Boone is yelling, how can you miss that call? Marquez, hey, you got it on the replay enough. But to our point, Michael, if that is so, it's still important what it's called.
Drill deep to right field. There it goes. Ball game. A walk
behind you, Michael, and that was an absolute missile out to right field. Right in the middle of my sentence, Michael. I have to stop and let you call a game winner.
First walk-off home run for the Yankees since 2022. You saw the graphic. That was by Stanton, so it's been a while. And this time, the Martian does it.
Well, just a hanging breaking ball and a no-doubter. An exciting win for the Yankees, man. Beautiful starting pitching from both sides. And this is the way it ends. One swing of the bat from the Martian.
Well, he put this one into orbit. His 6th home run of the year. Volpe knew it immediately. The crowd loves it. And the Yankees take another series, the first 2 games of this 3-game set against the Rangers. That ends a 974-day drought without a walk-off home run. The 4th longest drought in Yankees history. One swing, it was over.
I know, sitting on the bench, you're just hoping for something. A hanging breaking ball is all it took. Paul Goldschmidt knew it. Aaron Judge with the big hit to tie it up. And then that little rolling curveball ends up in the second deck. Smiles for everybody, Michael.
Young and a Yankee and a game winner. Nice combination. And the celebration on. Sweet game for the Yankees. They survived DeGrom. And Dominguez sends him home happy, and Dominguez is with our very own Chris Sheeran on the field. Chris?
Jason, what's this moment like for you, this walk-off home run?
Oh, man, it's awesome. I mean, I've been dreaming with a moment like this a long time. This is my first walk-off.
To do it at home, in front of these fans, what does it mean? In front of these fans, what does it mean to you, Jason?
I mean, awesome. Yankees fans are the best in the world, and doing in front of them is awesome. It's just awesome.
And to battle Jason DeGrom all game long, and to come back and win this game, what does it mean for this team?
I mean, he makes good pitches, he pitches well, but this team, we grind the man. Like every at-bat, we make him worry. At the end, he break off.
Jason, get in and get warm. We appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Jason Dominguez, Michael, back to you.
Thank you, guys. And Paul, that cold water must not feel good tonight.
Yeah, cold plunge on a cold night. But you know what? You're so fired up from hitting one in a game winner.
Well, Paul, it's time for the player of the game presented by Snickers. I wonder who.
You know what? Why even go through this? Let's just watch it. Wow. See ya.
Nice win for the Yankees. So they win yesterday. They win this one 4-3 today. And they'll go for the sweep tomorrow. A nice cold bath on a nice cold night. But the Yankees feel a lot warmer than the Rangers do after taking this one home after trailing 3-1 against Jacob DeGrom. But the Yankees came back against DeGrom and then the Rangers bullpen. Yes, a child shall lead them to victory. Jason Dominguez with the walk-off home run. And then the celebratory bath. A lot of smiles for the Yankees with this one. And a hug from the Yankee manager, who's just angry a couple of minutes ago, but not right now. 4-5-0 for the Yanks, 3-10-0 for the Rangers. Time of the game, 2:56. Weaver the win, Jackson the loss. Berger had a great game. Dominguez with the home run that won it. Special thanks to producer Troy Benjamin, director Dan Barr, Mike Webb, and the executive producer is Jared Ames Bosnack. Hey, don't forget to join us again on Wednesday, June 4th, as the Yankees host the Guardians in an ALCS rematch right here at Yankee Stadium. Coverage begins at 6:30 on Prime, with first pitch coming just after 7. For more coverage of tonight's game, tune into the S Network for the WB Mason postgame show. Again, the final score of the